I ain't got all night, dude. I'm fucking old man and tired.
Okay, all right.
All right, let's
You
rolling.
go ahead.
Let's face it, as Nintendo fans, we are often left slightly disappointed and scratching our heads asking why. Where is our Super Mario Galaxy 3? Why isn't Metroid out yet? Bring back the Ice Climber seriously, and what were you thinking, the Virtual Boy? Well, sit back as Sean Capri and Bobby Pauls do just that. That's right, this is If We Ran Nintendo. Now, cue the music, maestro.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 99 of If We Ran Nintendo. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, back from the dead, joined by the greatest co-host in all the land, Sean Capri. What is up, Sean?
I've never been so happy to be back in the co-host spot, dude. I'm like tearing up right now. This is heavy.
Oh, stop.
This is so
teaser,
nice.
Man.
This is nice.
Wait till Sunday. You know.
Do you want to explain
tomorrow?
Oh yeah, you want.
So basically, let's break it down.
Let's break it down.
This is why I was needed to be brought back. Sean can't count. I guess Canadian numbers
I
and
can't build a
American numbers
spreadsheet.
totally different. So Sean miscounts. Tells me that Sunday is going to be episode 100, when in reality it's episode 99.
And we just did 98 with
So-
Grrouchie and Matt.
So he's like, "Oh man, I messed up. What else?"
I shouldn't
So
see this
he's
coming.
like, "Okay, I need you to help me with this nonsense." So here we are with this little special edition episode. I think everybody's gonna like it. I
think so,
really
too.
don't know what Sean's doing. I have an idea, small idea, but why don't you want to explain what's going on? Or
Well, yeah, I'll come out with it. I really messed up on purpose just so that I could sneak you into a little extra Bobby time. I got to do what I can to just kind of, okay, Bob, we got a podcast together. Oh, I messed up. Oh, silly me. Tee hee hee.
Hey, whatever works.
Welcome to the Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey of episodes of If We Ran Nintendo. I'm so glad that we can do this, Bobby. I wasn't going to do a memories episode. I did one with the Gamercast, and shout out to Josh Stapleton for selecting all the clips, because I'm trying to do that right now, and goodness gracious, what a task,
There's a lot
man.
of stuff, man.
It
There's just a lot of
is.
stuff.
But as you go through, you start to see a couple of different like themes and patterns that we did together. And honestly, like I mean, before we get into it, I miss podcasting with you, man. We've had some good times. We had some major milestones together.
Dude, I gotta tell you, man, I have missed all.
Did you say I don't blame you
Yeah, I don't blame you.
for loving podcasting?
Podcast, we're making one. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I guess that's what I'm saying.
hey, man, I got an ego. I got to, like, you know, it's you know what. But the thing is like, man, dude, I'm going crazy. I'm going stir crazy, man. And I mean, people could see my setup is nowhere near what you guys are used to or what I'm used to. I got this goofy, stupid microphone headset nonsense, and I actually pulled my camera out of storage so I could actually do something here. And it's you know, but it's awesome to be able to do this, man. And I was really excited that you were going to reach 100. And then in my mind, I was thinking, man, I would really. It's funny because like probably a month ago, I'm like, man, if he hits 100, I would love to be on 100. And then you just happened to ask me, and I was like, damn right, dude.
Hang on a second. I didn't ask you nothing. I had Dave and Johnny booked for episode. I'm not like everybody think that was a bit. I legit I lost count of everything. I gotta tell you, booking 3 guests between this show and We the Gamercast, like I'm losing my mind. Like I can't keep track of anything. Like I had people booked and like Jesse Sackin I had to move and I'm losing it. So I'm grateful to at least hit this milestone. It's almost like a refresh and a restart. So as I was saying, I don't even know how we got off. Oh, I stroked your ego a little too hard. I got to stroke it a little more gently. There's a free one for you, Johnny. There's a couple things that happened, Bobby. I think where I want to start this episode is maybe with me singing to you. We had many a times of you waiting for me to be late or whatever, and then I'd show up and I would just start singing.
I was actually surprised you were here early tonight.
Yeah,
I was happy.
Lincoln's, in case anybody wanted to know, Lincoln's bath time got cut short because he took the biggest dump in the bathtub. So at that point, It's a code brown, and we evacuate.
That is the best. That is the best.
So we take him out and spray down the tub, and we throw him. We get him ready for bed. So I was ready early.
I'm glad I don't miss that. I'm glad I didn't experience all that in life.
It was huge. It was the size of his head.
More power to you, man. Oh, good God.
The size of his head. So you want to hear clips about me singing to you?
Let's hear them. What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 4.
The ocean's gray waves, something. There's only like 2 lines. How do I not know all the words? Damn it.
You are the ocean's gray waves, destined to see.
Weekend with Bobby and Sean. We're going to watch all the conferences that are on. Do. Bobby is here, and Sean's also here with his breakfast from yesterday.
Your breakfast from yesterday?
Bobby! It's time to podcast with Bobby! Let's kick it off with the Bobby and the show about Nintendo and running it!
Alright, you ready?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I haven't even had my coffee yet, Bobby. Whoa, here it is. It's right here in my hand. But it's not burning me because it's in a container. Whoa. Bobby Paws, Nintendo Guru. If we ran Nintendo, they'd probably come up with a better name than ARMS because it's kind of dumb, but once you get to know it, it's really good. Let's do this podcast. Yeah! This is Sean Capri. Being a Guido's a way of life. Bobby, we don't represent all Italians. We represent Nintendo because we are live thanks to patreon.com/makeusbetter. All of our producers and gentlemen producers and gold and platinum producers. Platinum, Corey Hicks. He did Extra Life this weekend. High five. Sheldon Benedict. He also did Extra Life this weekend. Holy crap. And all of our gentlemen, executive producers. I've misplaced my list. I got it, Bobby. It's okay. Nick Milicia from Next Level Games. Joel Brooks. James Johnson. Dr. Doom. I don't even have to look at the list. Glocko Schaefer. David Ray. Joey Hare. Mike Drumming. Brendan Myers. Jesse Armstrong. Did I say Jesse Armstrong? I'm going to say it all over again. I'm just kidding. Thank you guys so much, Bobby. Are you still doing this wrestling thing? Is this how we start the show?
Yes, it's going to start this way one more time.
Okay.
Let's go.
One more time.
One more.
You like that?
Come on.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah, whenever.
Do you want me to just do this?
Please, Lord. Please, baby Jesus.
Why are you so upset, Bobby?
Because we got to still meet with Toby after this.
Okay. We'll be fast, all right?
Okay.
What are you giggling for? I gotta wait till you guys stop giggling over there.
I'm not even doing anything. Just go.
All right. Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. Before we start today's show, I wanted to thank all of our major... Bobby. You know what I did? I saw Patrons was coming up and I was going to say it right. I hate that you're recording this too because I know you're going to include in some sort of stupid blooper or something.
You and Toby, I love it. Because you know why? You son of a bitch. You guys used to always mock me and laugh at me when I would screw up.
Dude, like, that's why I screwed up because that's karma. I was literally gonna be like, I was gonna put a lot of emphasis on patrons and Patreon. Oh, damn it! That's what I get.
Love it.
That's what I get.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. Before we start today's show, what are you crackling stuff over there for?
Oh my bad. I'm sorry.
What in the world?
I wanted to mess with you, that's all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right. You forgot.
No. I was just like,
let's have a snack here. This is a good time for me to go ahead.
I did the same thing to Toby yesterday. I was just like, interrupting
That
and
is
stuff.
so funny. All right.
Go ahead.
All right. Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. Before we start today's show, we wanted to thank all of our amazing... I can't believe that shit, Bobby. Damn it. Hang on. Here we go.
Oh my god.
I'm taking out this word.
Amazing. You
Amazing. I can't say amazing. I can't say it.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Oh, my stomach hurts, dude. Oh, God.
All right. Are you good? I need to get this out.
I'm good, man.
Be hard. Maybe I need to shorten my window. Here we go. Then it's shorter line.
I gotta mute because I'm gonna be laughing. I can't.
All right. Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. Before we start today's show, we want... All right, Bobby, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Y'all ready for this? I'm
not paying attention to your simple ass.
Can you show me that you don't have any like bags of chips lying around or anything that you're gonna like, like Twizzlers or anything?
Nah, I have nothing. I'm good.
No? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, I'm gonna do this, Bobby.
You got me
So nervous.
Oh, God. Don't be nervous about it. It's okay. Go ahead. You got it.
I know. All right, thanks.
Just relax.
Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri, that guy from If We Ran In...
I wouldn't even have done it if you didn't say it. I didn't even think about it until you said something.
That could have been that. What if that one was gonna be really good?
You know what? They're all going to be really good at the end of the day.
Oh, my bad. You're so lucky. I've got other things on my mind right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, what the heck is going on with my body? Getting old.
Exactly. All right, go
All
ahead.
right.
I'll stop. I'll put my hands like this so you can see on that. Go ahead.
Okay, this is what you're gonna get. All right, thanks to your this is thanks to Bobby. Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. Thanks for our patrons over on patreon.com/make us better. Nick, James, Joel. Don't use that. I'm
Come on, what are you doing over there? A little heart
All right.
into it, okay?
Exactly. Well, I was just trying to get it over with before you start like farting or something over there.
You got to worry about that. That's your
All right, here we go.
All right, let's do this.
Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri from If We Were at Nintendo. Before we start today's show, I wanted to thank all of our amazing patrons over on patreon.com/make us better, especially our executive producers, Joel Brooks, Nick from Next Level Games, and James Johnson. Dr. Doom! 9 O's. Hey everyone, it's me, Sean Capri. Before we start today's show, I just wanted to let you all know that I'm not wearing pants. And I wanted to thank all of our patrons for supporting us. Today's episode is brought to you in part to them as well as... What? Bobby? What the f*** does this even say?
What?
I gotta edit this. That doesn't make any sense.
I said to you if you need to change. What
I
do you
know,
mean?
but it's all right.
As well,
Chill for a second.
What do you mean?
I'm still gonna... I really am not wearing pants.
To them
Before
as
we
well
start
as our
today's show,
executive
I wanted
producers.
to thank all of our patrons for supporting us. Today's episode is brought to you in part to them. In part by them.
By them. Yeah, my bad. Good God, come on! I just typed the thing 2 seconds ago.
I'm looking at my time. I just tripped. It's all right. Scrape my knee. I'll get up. I'll brush it off. You can get a little kiss, a little boo boo.
Listen, calm down with the F-bombs too. What the hell? You go out, you smoke some cigars, and you're dropping F-bombs like it's nobody's business.
Did I?
Yes, like 4 times already.
This isn't the Sean we know.
Yeah, no. What the heck?
This isn't a podcast.
This is bad. This is last time he was dropping F-bombs, I got yelled at, man.
oh boy.
Okay, you could go again.
Hang on. Well, I just need to fix this.
That's fine. As you can see, Joseph, if people that pay attention to this show, this is very well edited and well put together on the back end. Like, you could see what I have to deal with on a daily basis with Sean. Like,
He's a bit of a diva. I'm not gonna lie to you.
this isn't like We the Gamercast, right? You come in, he has muffins and coffee and stuff.
Dines you.
Yeah.
I can't hear this because I can't edit. I can't edit this. I can't.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
No problem. No problem. Okay.
Sorry.
You're good to go.
I'm good. Are you good?
I'm good.
I'm very sorry about the F-bombs.
You're fine. Just take it
To be honest, I'm a little embarrassed.
It's just a lot of editing you're gonna have me doing later. That's all. It's okay.
But it's not the show.
I know. I'm just warning you now, so I don't have to do a lot of editing later. That's all.
I promise I won't do it. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Joseph. I'm sorry I have to see us fight.
You know what? I just.
Okay, so basically from here on out, it's just going to be me kind of coming in, introducing the next section, because, Bobby was old and tired, and he didn't want to do anything else. But honestly, if it wasn't for Bobby, none of this would happen. I am so glad to have gone back through the archives of all of If We Ran Nintendo. I listened to a lot of If We Ran Nintendo just to put all this together. And I am reminded of just how special this show truly is and was to me, and I know for Bobby as well. And I'm so grateful for all of you guys for jumping on board at some point. Some of you were here from the beginning. But why don't we get into the next little, the next section here. Let's see where it all started. Let's see how did this episode and this show come to pass? How did that first episode sound? Let's check it out.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 1 of If We Ran Nintendo. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, and I am joined by my good friend Sean, like Connery, Capri like the pants. What is up, Sean?
Hi, Bobby. It's good to see you, buddy. We're more than friends by now.
Yeah,
Can we say that we're more than friends?
Let's keep it in the friend zone for now, because I don't think our wives would be too appreciative if we took it to another level. I'm not looking to get divorced at my age. It'd be a hard pill to swallow.
I need a better way to show off my shirts.
You need a better way?
Yeah, I don't sit at a good spot for my shirts. Maybe can I just do this for the show?
Get a high chair. Get a little high chair. We'll set you up in the back.
Let me go grab a couple phone books.
Yeah, there you go. Like when you were a little kid. So if you're listening right now, at this point, you're probably going, what am I listening to? I don't get this. I don't understand what is going on. But this is actually, you're getting to hear the inner workings of two morons trying to come up with a concept for a new podcast. We're going to call this episode 0 of, we don't know what we're calling the show yet. So the premise is If We Ran Nintendo. And part of me feels like that's the name. If We Ran Nintendo.
You know what? Your show comes up on
yes,
Google
it does.
first.
Dude, it does. If We Ran Nintendo, the Geekcast, because we did an episode. We had a couple episodes that had If We Ran Nintendo. That is
like the first 8 spots.
That is unreal, dude. Well, then it's mine at that point.
I feel like you own it.
I own it at this point, right? That the Geekcast comes up. When I look at iTunes and I type in If We Ran Nintendo, the Geekcast episode 27 pops up, and it has my name and it has my logo. So essentially, I own the idea. There we go. That's good. So that means nobody in the history of podcasts has come up with this idea. I am the brain trust.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Do you want the Nintendo Guru attached to it, like the Nintendo Guru Presents?
No. We don't need to do that.
You don't want to do a Tyler Perry thing, because you could have your whole brand, like Tyler Perry's got on everything. You're like, oh, this is a Nintendo Guru thing. Okay, you better pay attention.
Let me explain something to you. My ego is huge. You're just feeding it right now.
I know. Well,
this is not good. You don't want to do this.
This is why I'm here. So for those of you who have been listening the entire time, from the beginning all the way through our highs and lows, it didn't take very long for Bobby and I to loosen up around each other. We love each other very, very much. And we fought a couple times. And also, for the record, Bobby, I tried to find the probably the more famous fight which was after the Switch reveal back in January 2017. Can find it. I really wanted to have it on there, but if we can dig it up, we should send people to that as they're traveling down memory lane here. But let's check out a couple of little lovers quarrels, some spats that we've had, some Joey splats that we had.
Capri, what is up, Sean?
Hi, Bobby. I'm sorry I was late.
Yeah, whatever.
What else is new, right?
Exactly. I'm kind of getting used to it by now.
Well, it took you long enough. It only took me 2 years of being late for every single show that we've ever done together.
Pretty much.
But I feel bad. Todd Oxford's here. He's going to have to wait a long time before us to take a time out for topics.
This is true.
Because I'll tell you,
this is true.
I don't even know anything about today's topic. But guess what?
I sent you notes earlier. Don't try that.
Dude, I'm not telling you. Don't get defensive. It's my fault. Okay. I got a Slurpee.
Okay.
I got a Slurpee. My dear wife had a rough day at the dentist today, so I went and got her a Slurpee, and while I was at it, I got me a Slurpee too.
That's very nice of you.
That is a new thing, where people our age are having kids, and now we want to buy a system that we can enjoy with our kids. Some people, like the Nintendo dads, like the Nintendo is the answer to that. But for a lot of people, and I think we've seen real proof of this, it's the PlayStation 4. They can play, so it's a parent gamer who can play games that he or she can enjoy when the kids go to sleep, but then when they wake up in the morning, they've got another game that they can enjoy as well. They can play Minecraft or things like that. And that's why I'm mostly disappointed with the launch lineup. I need Nintendo to be that everything. There's just the family is not the market anymore. It's people who do both. So that's why I want a little bit more variety. I want to see a little bit more crossover in the games on Nintendo, so that people who walk in saying, I need to buy little Susie a game console, it's not a $400 investment just for them.
Yeah.
It needs to be a $400 investment across for the family instead.
When you say launch, and that was my sticking point earlier. When you look at launch, are you looking day one? Or when you're looking launch, are you looking how far out do you look at launch?
I just mean whatever they've told us right now.
Yeah,
like I still don't see a variety of games from now until like all of the games that have been announced, whether it's day one or the entire year. I don't see that breadth and that depth.
Okay, I see where you're going. I will take the other side because I do feel like there is a depth in when I look at from Zelda to Mario, I feel like there's a variety of games coming. I don't think there's an abundance of games when you look at that because a lot of people haven't announced what they're doing. I think in like 2 weeks, Image and Form is coming out with their announcement of their game for 2017. We still haven't heard from a lot of indie developers. We haven't heard from Zoink. Like, is Fee coming? Is Zombie Vikings coming? I mean, there's a lot. We haven't heard from 13 AM Games. What are they doing? Like, they have a new game coming. And that's the thing, too, is like, I hope the indie teams, because I did ask Image and Form, right? I did say to Image and Form, are you guys just going to bring us all the SteamWorld games day one? Like, are we going to be able to buy them? And they were like, it's not even on our radar right now. So at least they're one of the companies that are just like, we're not just going to port everything over that you already bought a million times. We're going to come with something new. I like that idea.
But if you ran Nintendo, Bobby, I need you to think outside of your every time you mention games, like you talk about the games that you love.
I know.
You love those guys, Image and Form, but not everybody. Like all due respect, not everybody loves them.
I agree.
A lot of people don't even know who they are.
Yeah, and
you need the Assassin's Creeds. You need those other to appeal to that other market. You need those other games.
I agree.
Zoink Games, Image and Form, Jules, they're not going to do it.
Yeah, but for me, and that's the thing, like and the reason why I love these guys is there was a time where I kind of looked down on indie games. You know, I was like, that's stupid. It's a $5 game. That's garbage. It's no good. Mm-hmm. And then I finally gave one a shot, and I absolutely fell in love with these guys.
Absolutely.
Because and this is the thing, when I look at, and this is why I fell in love with them. When I look at indie games, I look at them having the ability to do what video game companies did on the NES and the Super Nintendo. Give us what we don't know we want. They give us stuff that we want, but we don't even know we want it. I use the example many times over is when I played SteamWorld Dig, I fell in love with that game. I wanted Dig 2. And I had a conversation with Brian from Image and Form, the CEO of Image and Form, and we had a talk, and I was like, why are you not doing Dig 2? What's this heist game? And he's like, we don't want to be that company. This is the same game over and over and over again. We want to do something different. If he was a big company, if he was Nintendo, if he was Sega, if he was Platinum, it would have been big too. They have the luxury to kind of branch out and do other stuff. And
Bobby, I'm not marginalizing what they do.
Oh, no. I'm not saying you are. I'm not saying you are.
By responding like that, you sort of are.
No, because you said that, like, you're speaking for yourself.
And so I just don't understand what you're adding here, because I've heard that 100 times.
No. Okay. Well, because you're just saying to me, you're speaking on your behalf, and I'm explaining my behalf. I'm explaining why I say that. That's all. It's not that I'm saying that, like, I'm just explaining where my idea is. Like, same thing why I asked you, like, why do you game with headphones and all that? I want to know where you're coming from. Well, I'm explaining why
I know, but I'm not saying you. I'm saying everybody. Like, that's the point.
When I look at big picture, when I look at throughout the board, all right?
Yeah.
So I look at the year and I go, okay, Nintendo has these games coming out. They appeal to me. And that's why I said, like, there's some gaps in there. There's a lot of gaps. Like, I want to see we don't know what UB's bringing at all. They haven't announced, other than Rayman Legends, they haven't announced anything at all. There's supposedly a Rabbids game coming, a Rabbids Mario game coming, but they haven't, like, showed it or talked about it. Are they going to bring an Assassin's Creed game? I don't know. Are we going to get a Watch Dogs? I doubt it, but I don't know. Like, there's a lot of stuff across the board that we don't... EA, like, we're getting FIFA, but what is it getting? You know what I mean? And, like, for people to say, like, we're getting the PS3 or 360 port and all that, like, that's not true. EA already came out and said that's not true. But when you look at that, because they showed this huge list of third-party developers, but we haven't heard from them third-party developers of what exactly they're doing. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that, like, they didn't give dev kits right away. They held on to those dev kits for a very long time because they were so scared. That's the other thing that Nintendo needs to stop doing, is they need to stop being afraid of their own shadow.
Bobby,
and just be like, this is what
can I stop you? You're totally rambling right now. And I've heard you say all this stuff already 100 times. I didn't mean to strike a chord with you, but I clearly made you defensive in a way, so I apologize. I've heard all those things you say 1,000 times before. I don't know, like, what are we even talking about right now? Is that all?
I guess that's all.
That is all.
Okay.
I don't know why you get so defensive about this
I'm
stuff.
not getting defensive.
You
just said to me, you asked me a question.
You're talking about things I didn't even bring up.
You did. You said, stop talking. You said, I need you to look outside of the window at what you're looking at. What did they bring? So I started, whatever. Anyway, that is all. Thank you guys for listening to us. iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher. Check us out on We The Nerdy. Check us out on YouTube. Follow me, Instagram, Twitter, at Nintendo Gurus. Follow Sean Capri, Sean like Connor, Capri like the pants on Twitter. Follow us, whatever. Peace out, Cub Scout. See you later.
I love you.
No, you don't.
I'm talking to a listener.
Yeah, okay.
It was always Bobby, the Nintendo guru, but sometimes it wasn't always the greatest co-host in all of the land or all of podcasting or his very good friend, sometimes he would call me. Sometimes Bobby had guests. And actually many times Bobby had guests, and we had some amazing people join the If We Ran Nintendo episodes over the last couple of years. So this section is dedicated to, I think I've got everybody. If I miss people, I'm really sorry. There was a great episode. Episode 3, it was actually the first time we had guests. The crew from that Mother 3 Earthbound documentary, where one of the guys actually started watching a video in the middle of the thing. I actually found that clip. It's not that entertaining unless you're watching the video. So just wanted to call that one out. Good times. Super awkward. But why don't we get into some of the amazing guests that we have had here on If We Ran Nintendo.
I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by two people one is not from England and one is not from Canada. Well, one is from Canada, but it's not the Canadian you're used to, yes. Mark Carabin of the Warp Whistle Podcast. How you doing, Mark?
I am very well. I'm from the opposite coast of Canada, so it's I guess I'll forgive you for forgetting about that little bit.
I don't really consider it Canada. You're in your own little world out there. You're detached.
Yeah,
you're
I'm just...
You know
what? Anytime anyone like when Nintendo does their like little tours of Canada and all this kind of like any like artist, it's like they stop at Toronto or Montreal, and anything east of there just doesn't exist. So I'm used to the whole like, like living in a void kind of thing. It's fine.
You're out there. And then we have Donnie Reese
from Play Some Video Games podcast and their whole gigantic network and all that good stuff. How you doing, Donnie?
Greetings, Kooblings. We're doing pretty good, Bobby.
That's good. So the idea behind this is we're going to do a Zelda spoiler cast. That other voice you hear, you already heard it once today. That is our good friend Justin Madison from Nintendo Dads. What is up, Justin?
Oh man, nothing. You know, I don't have a happy cup. I have a bottle with stickers on it, water, but I'm doing awesome. I am so excited to be here and joining you guys, and also to try and figure out what other podcasts I can force Bobby into creating, randomly saying something on a podcast. Like, I know that people say I'm very influential that way, but I didn't realize that my influence was cross-border and through the median of podcasts.
It
so
is.
Everyone within the hearing of my voice, you're welcome.
This is true. Okay, so let's preference this. Let's get some people some backstory here. So, a while back, I was a guest on Nintendo Dads, and Justin came on. I think you came on the Geekcast first, and then the following week I went on Nintendo Dads. And the whole idea was, what happened was I had Justin on the Geekcast, and after, it was me, you, and Mark from Warp Whistle. Yep. And after it got done, me and Justin stayed on, and we talked for another 40 minutes or so. And in that conversation, we started going back and forth, and he's like, dude, you got a real love for Nintendo and this, that, and the other. And at the time, I was known as the Geek Guru. That's everything I did was Geek Guru. I had a YouTube channel, almost 1,000 subscribers on there and all that stuff. And that's all I did. But a lot of the content was Nintendo centric. So, and he was like, look behind you, look at your walls and all that. You definitely have a love for it and this and that. And so I get done with him, and I go downstairs, I start talking to my wife, and I go, I think I'm gonna do a brand change. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna become the Nintendo Guru. Not because that's the name I kind of wanted to. I wanted to have Nintendo in it for something, but I kept the Guru because I didn't want to confuse too many people. And so that's the way I went. So I tell Justin, I'm gonna do a brand change, this, that, the other. I'm gonna change the channel. I'm gonna announce it on your show. So when I go on his show, he does this community spotlight where they spotlight the people, and he starts talking about me before I talk. And in that, he says he's got a bunch of different podcasts he does. He has one called the Geekcast, that it's all geek stuff, and then he's going to start one on Nintendo. That is what you said. Go back and play it back. And I was like, or he has one coming for Nintendo, and I'm like, I'm sitting there and I'm listening to it and I'm like, do I have one coming for Nintendo? I don't remember saying this. And I'm like, oh my God.
I was extending an olive branch to join you in a new podcast on Nintendo stuff. Instead, you went with this other Yahoo.
I took your place!
That's what happened!
What am I doing here?
Later, we figured this out, Capri. Get out of here!
I'm not even supposed to be here!
You didn't tell me this. You should have told me this. But anyway... So, and as weird as it was at the same time when that happens, I'm talking to Sean about we got to do something together. I was on Sean's podcast, we the Gamercast, and we hit it off, and he came on the Geekcast, and we just had this chemistry, and I really enjoyed talking to him. And how could you not look at that face all the time and not fall?
I've talked to him a lot also now.
Yeah, I like you guys.
It's love, man. So I was like, I got to do something. So then I went to Sean. I was like, look, I want to do a podcast, and Nintendo, something to do with Nintendo, something on the Nintendo channel. And he was like, all right, let's go, let's do this. And so that's where we went. But we did say that when we started, I was like, the first guest that we ever have on has to be Justin. We got to bring Justin on. And so.
Can I just say that now hearing the entire story, I didn't realize that Justin was actually meaning for him to be on the show, for this to be a collaboration for you two. I feel like this is like a high school promposal gone totally wrong. Where Justin goes to the girl he's kind of flirting with, and he's like, what would be a really great idea is to go to the prom together, or just to go, whatever. And then Bobby goes, yeah, that is a good idea. I think I'm gonna go ask somebody else. It's just total backfire.
Well, the funny part was when so I guess here's where our crossed communication occurred. This may be part of this could have caused international wars, I think, cross communication between Canada and the US. But so I assumed that when you were rebranding, I assumed you were going to come out with the Nintendo Guru podcast. as basically part of that rebrand. So that was what I assumed you were doing when you said rebranding that way. So that was why I took the assumption, but ironically you had nothing built yet. And therefore, however, I would say that I think this is one of the best podcasts I have ever kind of co-created in some way
There you go.
by not meaning to.
We'll bring you as a producer or something.
There you go.
And then it has to be even worse, Sean, because then I go to the guy and I'm like, hey, we want you to do an intro for us. So he's got to be sitting there going like...
That is worse.
He's got to be like, man...
Hey, do me a favor, I need a ride to the prom. Can you drive me?
Oh, this is the best.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just talking about Nintendo.
But I actually think Justin just created another podcast for you. I think that was just like a very subliminal thing right there, the Nintendo Guru podcast. I think
Yeah. Hey, you never know.
To iTunes, it publishes every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you've got time.
I don't have enough. I don't have enough stuff on my plate. I might as well throw another podcast into it.
Oh my god, that is funny.
And it's funny because I just went to Mark today, and I'm like, dude, we haven't done the Ink Strike podcast in like forever. Are we gonna do something again? And he's like, yeah. But he's getting ready. He's getting ready to get married, so he's been tied up with that stuff. But
so you're not doing that. Sounds like you got
so there
time
you
for a
go.
brand
Like,
new
you're wide
podcast.
open. There you go, Justin. Be ready.
Well, Justin, do you want to give him the news about?
Yeah,
you and Sean started a podcast.
So we are. So Sean and I are. So this is official breaking news on the If We Ran Nintendo podcast. We always, we've had a lot of conversations back and forth about Americans and Canadians. So officially on your show, we're announcing that Sean and I are creating a new podcast called Neighbors to the North, which is a 10-part educational mini-series where Sean and I sit down and we break down Canadian stereotypes and myths and our culture to better make you feel informed.
Thank you. I know people think I'm perfect.
You're joined by the Commonwealth today, Bob.
Yes.
You're outnumbered.
Yes, I know.
That's a good point.
Yes. I'm a mess already. It's a total train wreck.
Nope.
Okay, let's back it down. We are joined by Seamus Mullins. Seamus, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on, guys.
Stop it.
I've listened to the podcast a number of times, and last episode when you're doing your shout-outs, and Sean just starts going off, saying how much of a horrible person I am. Why would you ever let him on the show? No, Sean was saying so many nice things. You were too, Bobby. I liked it how when after Arms last weekend we sat around, well, when we were playing Arms, we were just sitting around the Skype talking, and you were just giving me so much shit, Bobby. I'm like, man, does he not like me?
Today we are joined by YouTuber extraordinaire, Joseph Moran, Polygames.
Yay!
What's up, Joseph?
I need to do this more. We need
I
to
am.
talk again.
Yeah, thank you. I ordered that applause. I said I'm not coming unless whenever my name is said, there's at least a slight applause.
Joined, not by the greatest co-host in all podcasting. I gotta think of a good moniker. The man I now love that loves Nintendo, because when we first met, we were a little rocky start and all that. But Chris White from Life of Gaming Podcasting. We are joined by the awesome Jules. Is it Watcham?
Yeah, perfect,
okay,
man. Good job.
I just want to make sure I said it right. I don't want to mess up.
Yeah, nice one.
From Renegade Kid.
Hello.
How are you doing today, sir?
I am very good, thank you.
I always like to ask this question because I'm always curious. Like, what got you in? What made you decide, like, this is what I want to do?
Well, I grew up in the UK. That's where I was born. That's where I'm from. I moved over to the States in '93. So when I was growing up in England, it was a little different then because we had, like, my first computer is called a Spectrum 48K, and it was a computer, very, very low powered. It had 48K of memory. It was really, really low powered, but it was, cutting edge at the time. And that was the first computer. My dad got one. I thought that was really cool. So then I got my own one, which was a slight upgrade from that, called the Spectrum Plus, with a hard keyboard case and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, short version of that is there were a lot of computers in Europe versus in the States and maybe other parts of the world. There was things like the NES and more like consoles where you could play games, which was great. But what was nice in the UK is you actually had computers, so you could get in there and mess with the guts and maybe even try a little bit of programming and stuff like that. I'm not a programmer, but I attempted it way back when, and that turned me off immediately. I got into more the creative side pretty quickly because I was like, wow, no, not for me. But so I kind of started with that. Like then we had there's a really cool program called Shoot 'em Up Construction Kit, and you could make your own kind of like really bad, but you could make your own games using that package. So you could draw your own sprites, your own artwork, make your own sound effects. You could, make enemies and kind of create the enemy patterns, and it was awesome. It was amazing. You could actually make your own games. So that's kind of what I really got into. So that's kind of where it began. But then at that time, I didn't really comprehend that you could actually get a job in that industry. It still felt like these games came from magic factories somewhere. How on earth would you get in the industry? No idea. So I didn't really even entertain that as a reality. I just liked messing around with it. So as a kid, I definitely had that dream, but like I said, didn't think it would happen. But then, so my first entry into the industry was actually through the journalist side. I was going to graphic design college in London. I was about 17 at the time, and on my lunch break, I was walking around Farringdon in London, that's where the college was, and then came across EMAP Images, the building, and that was a really big publishing company in the UK. And this is obviously pre-internet.
Yeah.
So this was all print magazines. So they did The One and Mean Machines and CVG and Ace and all kinds of amazing magazines. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's right there. So it's a really fun kind of junction turning point for me where I'm like, do I walk in and ask for a job, or do I just go, wow, that's really cool, that's where the magazine... I had the magazine on me, I had The One on me. I'm like, oh, this is where this magazine's made, that's so cool, and keep walking. So a short version of that is I did walk in, ask for a job, and I got one because I was cheap and enthusiastic and had the balls to go in and ask for a job, I guess. And that kind of then led on my career to be like, wow, I can maybe get paid to be involved with games. This is pretty cool. Whereas before that, I really didn't allow myself to think that could become a reality, because then it wasn't a known career. This was a long time ago. This was like 91, 92. And it just wasn't something that you commonly heard about. So anyway, so that was the medium length version of how I got into the industry.
And that other voice you just heard is Ray Strasdes.
What's up,
I didn't
guys?
mess that up.
Nailed it.
Good.
He nailed the name. See, we're just talking about how difficult my name could be at times.
Yes. And now I'm just going to call you Ray for the rest of the show, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yes, you're done. Yes, please do.
I'm done. But with me in his stead, I have the amazing people at Zoink Games. I have Klaus and Alex. How are you guys doing?
Great. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, we're great.
We're doing really good. Yeah.
I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by some bloke in the UK, Toby. What is up, Toby?
Oh, yeah, well, I'm enjoying talking to some bloke in America.
I think we change it up and do, like, if we ran Mega Dads this week. So, there's only one way we can do that, right? We got to bring Adam on from Mega Dads. What is up, Adam?
It can only improve, let me tell you. So, if you guys have any suggestions, I am more than willing to take them into consideration.
Oh, stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you might not even realize this. I'm sure you realized it after you heard the topics. You created the topic for the show.
Yeah.
The first topic of the show is, if we ran Nintendo, when would we launch The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? Right? Yeah. That subtitle's got to get changed. That's horrible. But that said, so when I was on Nintendo Dads the last time, Justin had said, like, Nintendo needs to launch it for the Wii U right away, and then later for the NX. So that's what I want to get into. I want to talk about, like, when is a good time to launch this game? What would be the way that we would unfold it and do it? So I'm going to start with you, Justin. I'm going to let you kind of get into this, because I want to understand what your thinking is behind this and why you feel so strongly about this.
Sure. I'm going to get my full-page document notes here.
Wow.
I have written up on this. This is a marketing strategy.
Here we go.
Settle in, folks. Grab your Diet Coke in a happy mug and settle in to see what.
I think Sean, you're being replaced right now. He is straight up trying to take your spot, man.
I know people are gunning for me, but that's what happens when you're at the top.
Someone's always
That's what happens when you're number one. Everybody's gunning for you.
This is true.
So, So my approach, the very first thing I would say is this is leading to it being launched on the Wii U, and it being launched on November. I have on my calendar as 18th, which I think is the Friday. So right before Black Friday. The typical, like right before Black Friday, that sweet spot. So here, though, is how we are going to get there.
Okay.
So in E3 2016, we start off with an at-home demo, which is pushed out to every single Wii U owner's console if they want to download it. To be able to have access to this demo, you must be signed up for the My Nintendo program.
Sean, this is more preparation than we've ever done. I think we're both replaced. This is horrible. Go ahead, keep going.
So at this point, what's going to happen is you will be pushed out a demo. Now the demo happens to do a couple things. It either has an Sean's taking notes. Either has an expiration.
I was going to just scribble a whole bunch of nonsense, and that's my plan.
It either expires by a specific date, right? So 2 weeks from now, it just self-destructs, wipes off, or it has a number of play sessions, i.e. 15. Now here's the other thing. You will be pushed out, and as I recall from E3, they showed 3 different locations, I think, or 3 different demos were playable. There were variants, right? They weren't all the exact same locations.
Yes.
They were in the same area.
It was at the Great Plateau. You could either go into the dungeons, per se, or whatever. But yes, there were 3 different areas that you could do.
So you get to have all 3 of those areas to play. That's part of this kind of bundle that's pushed out. So after it expires, now here's what's going to happen. Right after E3 or during E3, I'm then going to announce, by the way, it is available in November on the Wii U for you to purchase. And if you have purchased or downloaded our demo, you get a 20% off discount through the My Nintendo for you to pre-order and pre-purchase it right now. Now, if you are not a digital consumer, you can use a coupon that we're going to have printed out as well. So we've already got you plugged in. So basically you play, there's a one-click, you can go pre-order, download it if you want to. What we're also then going to do is we're also then going to open up an online Nintendo merchandise shop starting at the end of June, or actually the end of E3, where you can go purchase all of your sweet Breath of the Wild swag, and for that you actually get money off as well. So it's going to go to like Nintendo's storefront. It's digital. You know all those sweet hoodies, those T-shirts, everything that you were seeing. You can pre-purchase all of that right now, and it's shipped out to you on July. So all that stuff, they kind of like the stuff they push through for Mitomo. You want a physical, actual, real hoodie like that? We got you. We got you covered.
A hoodie in July only makes sense in Canada, by the way.
No, right? Like it's pretty sweet. You have some tank tops or whatever also. Now, when you do this, if you purchase it, you are going to save. Again, guys, using the My Nintendo, you're going to save 20%. You're going to save 20% on your purchase. And for orders over $50, we're also going to send you a free gift of some kind of Zelda thing in there. Included in the package that we're also going to send out to you is a specific thank you card signed by Enuma himself, saying thank you for being an amazing, person. And here's why: because it's all about the detail. It's about the little things.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what Zelda's all about: is the detail and the little things. We are then going to run a social media campaign running from July all the way until September. We're using specific hashtags and wearing your kit. You are going to be entered to get additional swag, or also maybe an autographed amiibo. One of the new amiibos that we're launching, autographed and signed by Numa and the team. So now this is going to lead us up to, we're going to do this whole campaign. We're also going to release kind of behind-the-scenes snippets on social media, like little video vignettes, to watch how it's being made, small interviews. Kind of like just keep that hype train going, right? Hype train all the way. Then in November 18th, you're going to be allowed to purchase Zelda. You can do it a couple ways. If you purchase Zelda Wii U, you will get a digital key for the NX copy. And we will also allow cloud saving.
So you're saying that if you buy it for the Wii U, you'll get it for free for the NX?
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. A digital, whether you buy physical or digital, you will get a digitalized key so that when if you go to NX, you can play it right there, and it's cloud save data, so you can pick up your thing. What I'm trying to do is trying to create a movement of your Wii U players to your NX base and don't feel like they're getting screwed, or that they have to wait. And the reason is, for the Wii U, we want for them to purchase this game, and we kind of want this to feel like, hey, you purchased the Wii U, thank you, get some more money out of it, right? Get some more use out of it. Let's do this. Plus, they need some revenue with that holiday stream. Now, when we actually move down to the actual Zelda Wii U, we offer 4 variants of what you could purchase. So, of course, you could purchase it digitally, your choice. You could also purchase just the game, right? Just the game, in a case.
I love where this is going.
You could purchase the game. If you purchase the game and it comes with, you can purchase the game, comes with like the access key to the NX copy plus an amiibo, one amiibo. Then you can do another bundle where it's the game, the key, and all the amiibo.
Nice.
And then this is what I call the Bobby Collector Edition. this is game, key, all amiibo, specific swag, art book, a documentary, and then a 30 years of making Zelda vignette or video that you have exclusive access to. We price that at about $150 American, so it's about $1,000 Canadian. And that's kind of how it works. So that's my strategy, but I do think it's critical that you release it in November of 2016 for Wii U.
I am joined by a Capri, but it's not the Capri you're used to being here. Chelsea Capri is here. What is up, Chelsea?
Hello, Bobby.
Okay, so basically what happened, because I'm sure people now are looking going like, what the hell is going on? Sean is sick. I really just think he was hungover from last night. Is really what it boiled down.
He actually doesn't drink, so I know he's not hungover.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well then, all right. Well then, he's sick. He texted me this morning. He's like, "Dude, I am really sick. I gotta bail out." I'm like, "Okay." And then we had Zach Erickson of the Nintendo Dads was supposed to be a guest, and I think we got the timing mixed up, and we'll leave it there. But I can't wait for everybody else to get it and look at this guy. It's sad that your wife.
Are you recording?
Yes.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are in the middle of an episode right now?
Yes.
Yeah. I took over for you, even though I'm not doing well either. I still committed to things,
You really
you know?
stepped up. I see that you really stepped up for me, honey.
Thanks.
It's good.
Well, you don't have to blame me. You can blame Zach Erickson from Nintendo Dads.
Ah, listen to this. We're not
You
blaming
want to.
anybody. We're having.
I don't know if you guys have talked about that, and I can't hear Bobby right now.
So it doesn't matter.
You can
So-
say whatever you want about him.
I
He
know, I
can't
can
hear
say a
you.
lot
I
of
couldn't hear
things.
him a minute ago. So. Are you proud? I set all this up on my own.
I'm very impressed.
I don't even need you anymore.
Okay, bye. So subjective.
Oh, that's funny.
What are you guys talking about?
Breath of the Wild DLC.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's trying to give shoutouts right now, but
Oh, you're doing geek outs?
I interrupted because my sound went out, and then now you're interrupting. These shoutouts are taking like
I know
15
this is
minutes.
It's really
I apologize to the listeners.
good episode,
This
Bobby.
is the best episode yet.
Episode.
Am I making
47.
it better?
No.
Yeah, episode 47.
I'm really sorry.
Okay. I want to finish this so I can go back to laying down.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. That is all.
That was Mr. Sick Sean Capri, joined by the greatest co-host in all of podcasting, Sean Capri. What is up, Sean?
Hi, Bobby. I'm just gonna play Switch so you can keep going back to the show.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit back. I've got Zelda, I've got your face. I've got a handsomer face below that. Then there's mine, and then there's something else going on.
So the most amazing thing is the person that did not want to pre-order a Switch the night of the reveal is loving it and is playing the Switch as we speak.
Let's just not get into that right now, Bobby. It's a complicated issue, as it has been from the beginning.
I just want to know how the crow tastes. That's all I want to know. Just how does the crow taste?
Just don't force me to get into the nitty-gritty, Bobby. Let me just enjoy it. It's not perfect.
I know.
But just keep going. Open the show. Start the show. I'm going to play Zelda.
It's pretty close to perfect. And the other guy, you don't see much other than the amazing beard, Josh Brandt. What is up, Josh?
Oh,
good God.
Oh. Upgrade.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Bobby, if you're watching this on video, you got it. Well, if you're listening to this, watch it on video.
Yeah.
But how are you, Bobby?
I'm very good. Very good. How you been?
Pretty good.
Good to see you, Bobby.
You too.
I miss you.
And Sean, we have a special guest today.
We do.
We have Amiibo Jason. In terms
I'm
of
just
like
giving you an
admire
ounce
what they've done, where they've come from, things like that.
Yeah,
like
man.
I watched Jason start off with the whole Amiibo thing, and it was just amazing to watch this progression take off. And started with Amiibo, and it was like just as Amiibo started to flounder, he just pivots, just completely pivots, and moves the whole thing, and it's taking it to this huge thing where you got this huge team and all this stuff, and it's like I'm amazed. It's really awesome. I'm impressed, man. You guys.
There's so much cool content out there, and your content is amazing too. Honestly, the big thing that we wanted to do, and the reason why we pivoted, is we wanted to make a site that was gorgeous. So it's one of the reasons why we teamed up with Seth Hay. And if you are a member of like this community, Seth has done so much for our site. And the reason why is we said we would never set up a site unless we could do so in a way that was gorgeous. And Seth has been helping us do that, and we're hoping that it's just kind of the start from right now. So it's grown to a level we never thought imaginable in this time frame. Which is why I think there's been a lot of sleepless nights lately. So it's honestly the team effort is definitely there. So I could not have done it without the team and Seth, and like I said, obviously Lauren's been here since the beginning too.
So I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by the greatest co-host in all of podcasting, Sean Capri. What is up, Sean?
I think I'm going to be relinquishing that title today because of our special guest.
Stop it.
Bobby, I've been saying since the very beginning that it's only a matter of time before you find somebody that you love just a little more.
Listen.
Today could be that day.
I'll tell you right now, and for those who don't know, we're talking about Chris Berto. What is up, Chris?
Good morning. How you doing?
I said that correct, right? Chris Berto?
Yes, you did.
Okay. I'm from Jersey, kind of illiterate, so I have that issue.
I'm from Rhode Island. I'm not much better.
Okay, that's good.
I got my ass absolutely handed to me last night trying to play Mario Kart.
How good are people at Mario Kart?
Okay,
well, first off, it's not a new game. Come on.
Well, no. See, that's what you're wrong. It is for me. The last Mario Kart.
Hold on. We're gonna get into all.
This next section is gonna be a little long, but it's your fault, and it's your fault because you guys are so freaking amazing. A year ago and a little bit, I sat down to our 1-year anniversary episode, and Bobby had a surprise, and he had been working with you guys and Josh Stapleton and a whole bunch of others to be very, very generous. Some of you remember what this was, but for those of you who weren't there, this was a very special moment for me and for Chelsea and for Lincoln. So I just wanted to thank you guys again so much. I was looking back at the video and looking just like we didn't even know what to do with ourselves. This is one of the most generous moments of our lifetime. So thank you guys so much. I am loving going through these memories. I hope you guys are enjoying this episode as well. Why don't we check out this? It's a bit of a lengthy clip, but man, this is exactly what this community is all about. Thank you guys so much. Let's check it out.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 52 of If We Ran Nintendo. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by the most loved podcaster in all of podcasting.
Whoa!
Sean Capri. What is up, buddy?
Well, I don't know about that, but maybe by you, if that's okay, we could say that.
No, I think it's very, very well known that you are probably the most beloved podcast host anywhere.
Thank you. I'm going to just do what I typically do when somebody showers me with praise like that and totally deflect. I am disappointed that we are back on the Google Hangout today because if you're watching the YouTube version, normally with the Skype setup, you can see both of us at the same time. But today it's only if one of us are talking. So I couldn't mouth along with your intro, which if you guys haven't checked out the YouTube video, it's like just come along for that. Yes. You can skip on out afterwards. But usually this episode, or every start of every episode, I mouth along with Bobby. He can't look at the screen. You can see him looking away as he does the intro because he just can't handle it. It's just too much. It's so stupid.
It is. I'm just like every episode. I'm like, because you know what happens is I start saying it and I see you mouthing it, but you're not mouthing it in time with me. I'm like, he's not saying what he's supposed to be saying. Like, he's messed up. What is he doing? And then bang, we have some amazing people already in the chat.
Oh man.
Tony's here, my lovely wife. She's upstairs watching. Breadfan35.
Chris McCrackin. What's up?
Yes, Spencer
Stapleton.
Hoshway Ponce. Wow, that was easy for me to say.
I'm glad you did it.
Jonathan is here, our boy Jonathan. Serge, Grouchy Serge is here. We got a bunch of people here already. So
this is amazing.
let's kick this episode off like we do each and every episode with our shout-outs.
Check-outs!
Chelsea's like, what the hell just happened?
I just scared the dogs down the street.
Exactly. So okay. Do you have any shout-outs before we go? Because I have a long list that I want to do.
You start.
Dude, you sure?
It's your show.
Okay. It's our show. Stop it. Okay. So I have a very long list of shout-outs. So I'm going to go through them, and then afterwards we'll discuss. But I'm not going to stop after every single one. I just want to read the list, and then we'll go. Okay?
Okay.
You Spencer Stapleton. Spencer Stapleton, Fortress of Nerditude. Eric Baker, That Chaffee, Josh Stapleton, Barry Dunn, Nintendo Impact Gaming, Corey Hicks, Gary Gray, Broken Block, Brett Bowden, Antonio Guillen, Toby Thornton of the Geekcast, Nathan Peterson, Adam Leonhardt.
You can't take Adam if you can't even say his name right.
Stop
Adam,
it.
I'm taking it. I'm jumping in here. Adam, you're mine.
What did I say? We weren't going to do this. Stop. Wait a minute. John Wall, Megadads, Evilos, Dwayne Serge, Grouchy Serge, Rebecca and Lee Navarro, Nerd Overdrive, Todd Oxtra, Secret Friends Unite, Jen Nummer, Donnie Reese of PSVG Podcast, Gabe Patillo, Married to the Games, and Chris McCrackin, Married to the Games. Now, I know you're probably sitting there at this point, Sean, and you're like, why is he naming half these people that he don't even know, right?
That's not what I was thinking at all. But sure, for the sake of the segue, yes, I was wondering that.
So there's something that's been going on that you don't even know about for a couple weeks now.
I don't like where this is going.
It's called Operation Sully. So Josh Stapleton approaches me a few weeks ago and says, I'd like to do something for Chelsea and Sean.
No, Josh.
So we throw together a Facebook group called Operation Sully, and we start bringing in all of our friends. And then Josh starts sending out mass messages on Twitter. We've raised $500 that we're gonna.
What? No, are you serious?
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
Go ahead.
Chelsea, you need to come here.
So
something has happened.
So
it's important though.
So I
hope you know how hard this is for a pregnant lady to do all these stairs, but
it's okay.
You guys, oh my god! I don't. Thank you. Can I just say that because I honestly don't even know what to do with myself at this moment.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Thank you, Josh. Everybody you mentioned.
They all. And they left messages, and I'll send you the messages.
We're going to be on camera. We're live on YouTube, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take the headphone jack out, so you might hear some stuff.
Okay, good.
Okay, so tell her.
So I did a huge shout-out. I look like I'm pregnant. But I did a huge shout-out just a minute ago, and I listed about 20 names, 30 names. And for about 3 weeks now, we've had a private Facebook group called Operation Sully. And all those people that I listed in the shout-outs donated money. And it's about $500 USDA that I'm going to give to you and Sean.
Aww.
As a present. So
that's so nice. Why would people do that for us?
because we love you guys. That's
Aww.
why. So
I don't even know what to say. That's so nice.
You look. Your husband has to say, you look very beautiful. Look at you. Normally, I see you in the mornings, and your hair's all like out of whack. But you're like, this is nice.
No,
sorry, I didn't think you could hear me.
There's blinking light. I took off the mute.
I was confused. Thanks. And my sister's boyfriend calls that hairdo pineapple head. So thanks. I do make an attempt every now and then.
Look at all these people who are like chatting or talking.
Grouchy Serge told you to get up and give
sense.
Oh
man.
Stapleton, you guys.
That's crazy.
That is.
I don't understand people.
No,
I don't like guys. I wouldn't give us anything.
Stop it. You guys are seriously, honestly, like, first off, thank you for giving me your husband every week. Like, that is awesome.
It gives me a break every week.
I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that. I figured that was the case. But no, you know what, dude? Like, seriously. I go and I meet Sean in New York, and he gives me a stack of Nintendo Power that he easily could have sold on eBay or whatever, and he didn't. You're constantly being nice to me, and do it. You got my wife hooked on Fallout 4, which I can't stand you for.
I was gonna say that's maybe not a nice thing, but
That's not really a nice thing, but we'll let that go. She's very happy for it. Trust me. No, you guys are amazing to the community, and like everybody loves you guys. And it was when Josh came to me and approached me, and he was like, "Do you want to do this?" And I was like, "Absolutely." Are you kidding me? Like, don't even second guess it. And because he's like, I don't really know all the people that you know, and I don't know that they want to send me the money. And I was like, yeah, I wouldn't trust you, Stapleton. I don't know that I would send you the money.
probably smart.
Yeah, exactly. And no, but then
Bob
so
was like,
we
another
both did it.
Switch or
Yeah, and I'm saying, no,
I
I
was
was
like, wait a minute, but I donated $500.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, you know what? That's like what, $5 million in Canadian.
I was gonna say
You guys
that
just said-
Canadian is like our mortgage payment for the next 2 years because we live in an igloo.
I'd like to announce that I am opening a Canadian hotel.
Oh yeah.
I'm quitting my job. You guys don't even realize how
Yeah.
much money you've just given to us lowly Canadians.
Oh,
we're gonna buy a new house, invest in a new business. Well, I think we're gonna buy some Nintendo of Canada stock as well, if that's a thing. None of this money, by the way, is going
I
to
would
the
just
kid.
like to point out that I was really excited about this gift. This is a little puppy I got today. So that kind of overshadows the dog.
Well, you know, the thing of it is, I was like, it was funny because Josh Stapleton said, like, can you get Chelsea on there? And I'm like, I don't know, man. And that's why I was saying to Sean before we started the show, I was like, is Chelsea watching? Because I was going to tell you, like, Chelsea, come down to the room.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You weren't watching, so.
You didn't know if I'd come on the show. You asked me last minute to do a show with you. I'm like, okay, let me put my hair out.
No. Well, still, who knows? This is live. This is a little different. You know what I mean? I mean, recorded is what it is, and that's true. Like Chelsea saved me in the show. I got Lee Navarro here breaking my stones because I use AOL still as one of my email addresses.
I didn't even know AOL was a thing still.
You're still using that free trial they sent you in the mail.
It still works, man. I got like 400 million hours stocked up in the drawer over here.
I'm really distracted with the chat. How do you guys like look at chats and do this?
It's not that hard. It's not. We're not that good. So we just kind of do what we got to do. We just kind of But dude, the outpouring. Seriously, it was amazing. And you know what? I got to read you one of the messages because people also when they say
because I don't really don't.
No. This one's funny. I'm not going to read you. I'm not going to make you cry. It's bad enough. It's bad enough I was getting emotional when I was reading off the list. And
oh my God.
I said to Tony before we started, I said, I'm nervous. I said, I'm probably going to cry and Sean will be laughing the whole time. Probably right.
I would never do that to you, Bobby. No, maybe one day.
It would probably. The one that I loved was from the one that I loved was from Brett Baldwin. And,
what's up, Brett? Aw.
It says, it makes me happy to know that the master race of gamers will continue for at least one more generation. Congratulations, Sean and Chelsea. Thank you for keeping the bloodline pure.
Yeah, he's a purebred. That's totally right.
So that's pretty awesome.
What's up, Jake plays games?
I don't play in AOL chat rooms anymore. Stop. My wife. Turn off the podcast, Tony. Stop watching. Now it's turned into look at Spencer Stapleton. I'm not on MySpace anymore, right? Stop. It's turned into like a Rag on Bobby episode. I get that enough with Sean. I don't need you guys to chime in too.
I don't mean to instigate and start a mob here. So everybody stop. Be nice to Bobby. Thank you for
You're only saying that because I got $500 of yours right now.
Yeah, I guess you haven't given it to me yet. That'll be
I
nice.
didn't give it to you yet.
Then we'll be back to normal.
Yeah, so that's where we're at.
I don't even have words.
Yeah.
I honestly, when Sean was calling me, I'm like, what? I'm on the couch.
She's like, leave
Steps
me
are
alone.
hard. I'm 39 weeks pregnant.
I wouldn't make you come up here if it wasn't something big.
It sounded like you were angry, so I thought like Tony left Bobby or something.
Oh God!
What the hell, man?
Well, I know you wouldn't leave her because that would be dumb.
Full disclosure, she's probably very close to leaving me. She was mad at me tonight that she couldn't come down here and hook up with McCready on Fallout 4. So, you know.
Well, you're on thin ice, buddy.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Very thin ice.
That's why you come to Canada, where the ice is never thin.
This is true. This is true. But Chris McCrackin, thank you, dude. You are, basically saying you guys very deserving.
Yeah,
it's
thank you,
true.
Chris.
Like, I'm shocked by the outpouring. Like,
that is a lot of money.
Like,
man.
It's crazy.
For the record, we'll probably start like an education fund for the kid with that money. So, I'm curious. That's probably where to go. Or a Switch.
Like a Scorpio.
The funny thing was when it started, right? So this is the truth. When it started, me and Josh were going back and forth. And it was like, do we get a gift card to like a baby store? And Josh actually researched baby stores near you guys. And then I was like, well, maybe we should just give them the money. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, like, you're going to try to buy in the currency and the exchange. And I'm like, and what if they don't shop at that store? What if they don't like that store? Like, what if it's actually the Walmart of baby stores? And it's like, and Chelsea could be uppity and be like, I don't want to buy from that store. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I was like, why don't we just give them the money? So we did a poll, right? And I think the only one that wanted to get a gift card was Gary Gray. And everybody else was like, do PayPal. But it was more just because we were like, where do we want to, what's the right place to put it? Like, do the money. People are giving us money. I don't want to be like, hey, we're going to spend it how we want to spend it. You know what I mean? And I don't even know where I was going with this story. But anyway, that's how we derived upon PayPal. So that's a product of old age. I just talked myself right into a circle. I had no clue where I was going with it. So, but Josh, seriously, I don't deserve any of the thanks in any of this. This is all Stapleton, man. It was his idea. This dude is amazing. Like, honestly, he is probably one of the nicest guys I have ever met via you. Like, I didn't even know who he was until a year ago, and he is just awesome. Like, straight up, like, so giving, so caring. I mean, I'm sitting here. I don't know where my damn thing. Oh, here, the coasters. I still got the coasters that he.
Yeah, man, I'm using it right now. Like, that's where my coffee is on, like Super Mario Kart.
My wallet one is at my desk.
Yeah. I've got two of them at work. I've got the Zelda ones at work.
It's we're sitting here talking about Stapleton, and he's like, did the stream die? Like,
Antonio's screaming for his speech, but I honestly don't know what else to say. But thank you guys.
This will be like our wedding.
Very
You can just do all the talking.
Yeah, no, and then I just go blah blah blah. Let's drink.
That's
or
a good
not.
thing.
Well, we got drunk at different times on that day.
Yeah,
okay, let's stop thinking about me. Let's do the show.
Well, thank you very much. I don't really know what to say. If I seem ungrateful, I'm just because I'm
ready to push out a baby.
That too. I'm also a little tired, but mostly just speechless. That's like most of you people don't really know us.
Oh, I know them.
Well, Sean is very
no, you. They don't know you. They know him because they know Sean is the angry Canadian that yells at Bobby.
That's true. And why you'd want to give money to that, I don't know.
Leah, let's do it, buddy.
But okay, well, thank you, and bye, Bobby.
See you later.
Oh, there's a hard floor on my kneecaps. I mean, I'm not uncomfortable. You're totally fine.
Every now and then, my work sends me out to New York City for a couple of meetings, and I was very lucky enough I don't even know what year it is. I probably could check that out, but I was lucky enough to spend a day with Bobby, and Dave Moore was there as well. But for a Nintendo section, Bobby and I, we got to touch, we got to hug, and I'm just so glad that happened. I was expecting maybe to have an opportunity to go again the following year, but that never happened, and it just goes to show. Just take every moment you have and appreciate and squeeze the ones that you got. And Bobby was the one I had in my arms. Bobby, this was a special day for me. I think it was special for you. I hope you guys enjoy this little clip of us next to each other in New York City.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 36 of If We Ran Nintendo. This is a little bit of a special edition, as you can see already. Sean and I are hanging out in New York City. We're gonna head over to the Nintendo World Store very soon. I'll get some footage and stuff like that to show you guys and all that stuff as well. 'Cause I think we're gonna record. I want to record some there too.
It's a special episode.
It's a special episode.
We don't even know what's gonna happen.
We're just gonna walk around the streets and do some crazy stuff. We're sitting literally in front of Sean's hotel in some little park, like little
There's a
seating area.
little cafe.
Yeah, there's a 4 little
seating
table
area.
cafe. Sean just literally checked out of his hotel room a few minutes ago. I got here, what, maybe 20
minutes ago?
Yeah. Took the train in. My voice is good.
It's good.
I'm good. I'm back.
You sound good. You
yeah,
look good.
I feel good.
I'm like, this is the Nintendo Guru. I'm like
this is Sean
I'm in front of the Nintendo Guru. I'm like, I'm at Penn Station, and everybody's going about their business. They're going about their day, and I'm like, I just want to stop you for a second. I'm about to meet the Nintendo Guru in
and they're
real
probably
life.
like,
and they're like,
who the hell's that guy?
No
I don't know who that guy is.
way.
They're like, that guy's
they're
an
like,
idiot.
Can I come?
That
I'm
guy's
like,
a
maybe
loser.
later.
David Moore is here.
I know.
We haven't seen him yet. He's somewhere
What's up,
here. What's up, Dave? We'll see you soon, Dave. But we're gonna head over to the Nintendo World Store, Nintendo New York now it's called. It's just kind of cool. What we're gonna do is if you're watching this now, so you know, we're gonna just record this stuff now, get some footage together, get some different things together, and then we'll do a regular podcast. We'll do one topic in a little bit. So, but it'll be our normal setup, like you see us in the computer and all that. We thought we'd do something a little different. This
is the best, man. Like, how can we not do this?
Yeah, you have to.
I'm gonna walk down the streets in New York playing my 3DS. You can tell me where to go. You're the New Yorker. You can be like, all right,
I'm not
Sean.
the New Yorker. I'm the New Jersey.
All right.
We
Well,
don't
it's
know
all the
New
same
York.
to Canadians.
It's different.
It's
different. That's like me saying you're part of Russia or you're part of Alaska.
Well, can I tell you something right now?
Go ahead.
I'm geeking out about this right now.
Are you really?
I'm geeking out big time about this. There's no shout outs at this moment. I'm geeking out.
We're not gonna have any
about
shout outs at the moment. We'll we're gonna do what we gotta do.
Did we street pass yet? I
think we already street passed.
Oh my god. We're gonna do you have the racing game?
Yes.
I'm gonna do the racing game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna beat your ass. Oh, someone's here. Who's that? Who could that be? Somebody's here. It's probably Bobby. It's probably the Nintendo Guru.
So
is that all?
That's all for now. We'll be back. We're gonna run over and do some stuff.
Games.
He can play games while he's gonna fall in a manhole
Oh,
playing
like
video
10,
games.
man. Are you kidding me? This person's from Ireland.
There you go. There you go.
What's up?
So we'll be back in a minute. So here we are.
Oh, it's all flip, Bobby.
Huh?
I don't know.
It'll be all right. It'll be fine.
It's all right.
Listen. The thing of it is this is the place we run. So we need to. No, we made it here. Took a little bit to get here. A lot of construction detours on the walking and stuff. But whatever, we're here. The walking was rough. So we're gonna go check it out. We're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna film some stuff inside, and I'll kind of put a little montage here, a little different than on the video side. The audio side, you're not gonna hear that because I don't think you want to hear music. All right, it's loud as hell. There's showing all over the place, and I got interrupted by a phone call at work. So so we're gonna go in, do a little shopping, see what we can find.
Christmas shopping.
For
There's
me,
like a whole holiday section.
For me, I don't care about nobody else.
Just stop.
No, you stop. All right, we'll talk to you in a minute.
I bought so
For
much
now?
stuff, Bobby.
Yeah,
It's bad. Look at this thing is bigger than you are.
Yeah, Sean got some stuff in here.
Yeah. We want. Okay, so we just took a picture.
Yeah,
of
took a
some
picture
tourists.
randomly on the street. Security told us to do it, so we did it. We didn't want to get arrested. In America, you get beat up for that stuff. You don't do it.
Okay.
You don't do what the cops tell you. You get beat up.
Bobby, look at this. This is for little Link. This is for little Lincoln.
Yeah.
Or Sully. Little
Lincoln.
baby blanket.
Lincoln.
We'll see if it's Lincoln.
It's Lincoln. Don't listen to these guys. So at this point, we're probably going to kick you back to the show where we're going to actually do our actual show portion. We'll do a topic, I guess. This is just consider this all the BS
If
that
we
we
ran
typically
Nintendo,
do.
what would we do with that store?
We would make more of them. We'd make more of them.
Oh, okay.
I'd make more of them. That'd be
Yep.
number one. Number two is I probably have more games.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of games, but I think that's because they don't have a lot right now.
Yeah. I want more exclusive stuff. Honestly,
Yeah.
like, I was just picking up whatever said New York.
You know what I would do
Nintendo
too
World.
is sizes would be bigger. Everything's so small,
very
man.
small.
Like even like women's stuff is like super small. When you look at it, you go, that doesn't look like it's going to fit anybody.
It's very strange. I just don't even know how to make it. It makes me just not know how to make a decision.
Yeah,
and
I
I
agree.
don't like that feeling at all.
I agree. So
That is all.
That's it for now.
All right.
We're gonna say that's it for now.
Oh, okay.
And
It's not-
we will wrap the show up in a few minutes. You'll see us in a minute, like now. All
All right, so that is all. Thank you guys for checking out this amazing episode 99, this retrospective of sorts that Sean threw together. He did all the heavy lifting. I'm just sitting here at 10 o'clock at night, half asleep, threw the glasses on, get the webcam going. But, man, thank you, Sean, for having me on. This was...
It's your show, man. It's your show.
I acted like we did a whole lot tonight, and it was like a few minutes, whatever. But seriously, thank you for prepping everybody. This is a little bit of foreplay action for Sunday. You know, getting everybody ready for what's going to happen. I'm excited to come back. I got to tell a quick story. You know me in stories. I got to tell a quick story. So I'm staying at my mom's house.
You were just telling me you wanted to go to bed. Like,
whatever.
You do what you want,
awesome.
man. I like having sweet hangs.
So my mom she's been selling jewelry, okay? And she turns around and she has parties typically on Sundays. And I'm like, you can't have a party this Sunday. I gave her the date. I'm like, you can't have a party on this Sunday. I'm like, I'm podcasting at noon. Like, don't do nothing. So I like kiboshed her whole business for
Bobby. Yes.
I'm like, listen, it is what it is. We got to do it here. So, no, I'm excited for episode 100. It's going to be a blast. Everybody needs to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Please. You know, I miss you guys so much. Sean's going to be running the controls behind the scenes live. I'm just going to actually be able to just show up and talk, which is going to be a blast.
It'll be nice to pay it back, man.
Thing.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's nice because you did everything. You did all the 90 shows, all the topics, all the recording. I never gave you enough credit, by the way. That's tough stuff, man. Just running the whole thing.
This reminds me of, we're going to go back, another story about my mom. This reminds me of when I was in high school, my parents got divorced, and I kind of was mad at my mom, and I put some blame on my mom, and it really wasn't her fault. My dad was a jackass, and I love him to death, but he's a jackass. But the thing of it was I just was like, man, Mom, you don't do enough for me. And then I moved out on my own, and I got strapped with all the bills and everything. And all of a sudden, I was like, wow, this woman, like, kicked ass for me. And it wasn't until then I actually, like, pulled her aside one day. I was like, man, I got to first apologize. And second, thank you, because I can't even imagine what you were going through. A single mother with two jackass teenagers and boys, no less. And so that's kind of what you feel now. You were the jackass son.
Except I'm trying to think am I your mom and you left me? Like, I'm not really sure how that works.
I'm the mother, and then I left.
Okay.
And then you.
Was I breastfed?
I don't have. Well, I do have the teats. But yeah, so we'll see. But anyway, there you go. So anyway, that's a long ramble fest. That is all. Thank you guys for watching. Again, we appreciate it wholeheartedly. Remember, check us out Sunday. This is airing Saturday, so that's tomorrow. Hopefully, you're not confused like we are. But
you're killing it, Bobby. Keep it going.
Follow me, Instagram, Twitter,
that's
at Nintendo Gurus. Follow Sean Capri. Sean like Connor, Capri like the pants. He's on Instagram as well, so check that out.
I think I've got 2 pictures.
Out. Cub, Scout,
and Preston.
Peace out, Preston. I forgot all about that.
No, you didn't.
There you go.
You got it.
It's been a while. Come on, give me a little.
And Todd.
Yes, Todd Oxtra.